Hey everybody, so this is like your first of the month check-in, see how everybody's doing. Um, I'll never reach out for a reading to anybody. You've got to come to me. Just FYI, I don't reach out to people, right? But anywho, let's talk about like love readings and like dating as a psychic and that kind of stuff, right? So, got some interesting thoughts that keep popping in my head, and I feel like my spirit team wants to share it. Wants me to share my thoughts on it. You ever get those messages that are like, it's urgent that you connect with your soulmate within the next so many days? I'm gonna call bullshit on that. That is so bullshit. Like my reality is I've connected with several actual soulmates. Now they've crossed over, right? They're no longer here, but it was a very solid connection, and we had a very awesome experience. There were two specifically, very solid connections, each in their own way unique, and they've crossed over. However, I've been through that experience, so I can call bullshit on that because I've been through it, right? They show up when you are energetically ready. Right? Now, that being said, you can get yourself energetically ready. You don't need so and so's help to do that. Like, you don't need 30,000 readouts. You don't technically need that shit. You just got to do the hard work. Now, those are cool, man, if that's the boat you want to float down. But the reality is, you can tap into the quantum field. And any reality, once you tap into the quantum field, this may be my teacher hat for just a minute. You've got the quantum field, you got 3D that we're in right now, and then you got the fifth dimension, which is the quantum field. Now, if you can get there energetically, which does require some meditation and discipline to get there, FYI, one session's not going to help you there. You gotta learn to meditate, right? Once you get there, any reality is possible, and you can pull that reality to the third dimension, which is where we're at right now, right? So the reality is that soulmate's just gonna freaking hover there in the fifth dimension until you're energetically ready to pull them in. So all those urgent messages and all that is just a load of bullshit, man. Just get yourself energetically ready. Work on you. That's why they say work on you. Because when you are, like the saying goes, when the student is ready, the master will appear, right? You're not energetically ready. That's why they're not showing up, right? You've got to get ready. It's all up to you, right? Work on yourself. Work on self-love. Look at yourself in the mirror. Can you say I love you? Looking at yourself in a mirror, like hard stuff like that. Like it's something to think about. But yeah, don't fall into the clickbait of, oh, you've got 5 days, or your portal to connect with your loved one, is going to close. Bullshit. We've got something called a quantum realm, and any reality is possible, and time is not linear there. Time's not linear over there. So, boy, have a field day with that one, physics folks, right? They've done studies on this stuff, right? They're starting to figure a lot of this stuff out, and from a scientific standpoint, there's multiple realities possible, man. So chill out. Don't let them run your brain into a rodeo today. Take a deep breath and start working on yourself and watch things start to fall in place, right? Learn to meditate. Learn to quiet your mind, right? There's processes to get to the quantum field. If you're, something I do help people with. The link's in my bio, my link tree, if that's something you're ever interested in. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to reach out to you. I'm not going to do that, right? You've got to reach out to me if you're interested. But at the end of the day, don't let people put that fear-based energy in your spirit. Don't let them do that. I hate that. It pisses me off every time I get one of them emails. And some of these people could probably be a very keen, they may have at one point in time been a pretty keen intuitive. I can read their energy like, okay, I don't know if they can realize I can read them as easy as they can read me. Some of them aren't clocking that, that's a whole nother topic, right? They're not clocking the fact that I can read them, but, I'm like, okay, what happened to this person? Why are we using AI, and why the hell can't you reach out like a normal damn person, right? those are just my thoughts. Hope everybody's having a good first of the month. We've got the 1010, portal coming up. It's a good time to start working on some of this stuff. If you missed the last one, we got another one coming up. Super Moon's on the 6th. And you got a 1010 portal coming up. You got all kinds of windows energetically, and there's not you're not gonna miss anything if you decide to miss this one. You're just not. It's a great time to start, but the reality is, per the law of physics, there's multiple realities, multiple time zones, multiple timelines, that kind of thing, right? But you got some really cool energy coming up if you did choose to start that, right? Be blessed.